The international break has been a crucial period for Mikel Arteta and his squad, with much of the focus on Bukayo Saka's fitness and the overall squad depth ahead of a demanding schedule. Reports from the Arsenal training centre suggest a period of intense preparation, with the remaining players working hard to maintain sharpness for the upcoming fixtures. The biggest positive for Arsenal has been Saka's return to full training, easing concerns over his fitness. The young winger has been diligently regaining his sharpness alongside his teammates, ensuring he is ready for the monumental challenge against Real Madrid in the Champions League. With many key players away on international duty, the remaining squad has been focusing heavily on tactical drills to ensure a well-organized approach against the Spanish giants. However, Arsenal's injury concerns continue to grow, and they could be without 4 key players when they return to Premier League action against Fulham on April 1st. Gabriel Jesus, Takehiro Tomiyasu, Kai Havertz are all doubts, while Riccardo Calafiori has become a fresh injury concern after limping off for Italy. Latest on Arsenal's injuries: Gabriel Jesus has been out since January due to an ACL injury sustained against Manchester United in the FA Cup. Arsenal have confirmed he will be sidelined for a significant period, ruling him out for the rest of the season. Takehiro Tomiyasu underwent knee surgery last month, and like Jesus, he is unlikely to return before the 2025/26 season. Kai Havertz suffered a hamstring injury during Arsenal's mid-season training camp in the Middle East. The club has confirmed that the Germany international will also be out until next season. Riccardo Calafiori suffered an apparent knee injury during Italy's defeat to Germany. The defender slipped, and his knee appeared to buckle, forcing him off the pitch. Italy coach Luciano Spalletti stated that the medical staff would assess his condition before determining the severity of the injury. With Arsenal 12 points behind Premier League leaders Liverpool, the pressure is on to close the gap when domestic action resumes. The international break has allowed the remaining players to focus on individual training, improving their strength, agility, and technical skills. This tailored approach ensures that those available will be in peak condition for the demanding Premier League and Champions League fixtures ahead. In other news, Bukayo Saka has responded to the dream international debut for Arsenal teammate Myles Lewis-Skelly, as he made an immediate impact on his England bow. After making his breakthrough into the Arsenal first-team squad this season, the 18-year-old was called up to the Three Lions squad for the first time by new manager Thomas Tuchel for the World Cup qualifiers against Albania and Latvia. Not only did his performances for Arsenal earn him a place in the squad, but also a place in the starting lineup versus Albania at Wembley Stadium on Friday night. The game was Tuchel's first in charge of the nation. With Albania set up to frustrate England, it was Lewis-Skelly who made the breakthrough in the 20th minute. The fullback's run was found by Jude Bellingham, with him finishing under the goalkeeper to make it a dream debut. One player who may have been on the pitch with him if it wasn't for injury is Saka, but that didn't stop the Arsenal man sending Lewis-Skelly a message following his goal. The official England Instagram account shared pictures of Lewis-Skelly celebrating his goal, along with the caption, "The youngest even player in history to score on his Three Lions debut." That post was shared by Saka on his Instagram stories, where he wrote, "Young King," with a crown emoji. Arsenal's official account also commented on the England post with, "Some debut." England doubled their lead through captain Harry Kane in the second half as they came out as 2-0 winners. They are back in action on Monday night when they take on Albania, 7:45 p.m. kickoff. Following the game, Tuchel praised both Lewis-Skelly's character and talent. "He is such an open character," he said. "He was amazing in camp, full of confidence, full of humor. You see everything on the pitch, off the pitch. He does it with a natural confidence. That's how he plays football, full of courage and quality. He was decisive and opened this game for us." Myles Lewis-Skelly broke the deadlock inside the opening half an hour before Harry Kane doubled the lead. Aged just 18 years and 176 days, the Arsenal defender became the youngest ever player to score on their England debut, surpassing Marcus Rashford, who did so at 18 years and 209 days against Australia in May 2016. Speaking to ITV Sport post-match, Rice was quizzed on Lewis-Skelly's impressive performance. Showing his true colors, the Gunners midfielder said, "One word you can use for him is fearless. He does everything right off the pitch. He prepares himself. He's only 18. I try to look after him as best I can, but I knew he was going to play like that because of the confidence he has in himself and the way that he's trained all week and what I've seen at the club and how he is around the club. His mum, his dad, everyone, and his brothers, they should be so proud of him because his rise this year has been unreal and he's kept his feet on the ground. This is only the start for him, so he's got to keep going." Then, on England's overall performance, Rice said, "It's only been 4 days of training together. We need to keep working, need to keep getting used to what he wants from us. Obviously, Albania sat in a low block. It's hard to break it down, but you've got to keep going. And to win in the Boss first game is a real positive, and getting off to a good start in the group is what we wanted. So, look, there's things to improve on, but all round a positive night." Then, when the ITV Sport interview told Lewis-Skelly to get his shirt signed and framed, he replied, "Ah yeah, I'll have to." To which Rice jumped in and said, "Don't eBay it." Speaking on ITV Sports at halftime, Roy Keane also piled praise on Lewis-Skelly. The former Manchester United captain said, "You've got to take risks in this game. I thought it was an absolutely brilliant goal. I thought that the pass, the weight of the pass, the timing of the run, the finish from your full back, I thought that was fantastic. Even the timing here, just be patient. You need runners off the ball, this is what you need. It sounds easy when you're sitting here, but you've also got to make the right pass. The timing has to be right, the run, the finish. I thought it was a brilliant goal." Ian Wright went on, "I'm really pleased for him because that's what he can do. He's been overlapping, he's been underlapping, linking the play, and for him to be aware enough to be on that. Watching what Jude Bellingham is doing there and making sure he's got in after that and staying on side, it's what he's capable of doing." In other news, Arsenal plan to integrate highly rated youngster Max Dauman into their first team plans during pre-season with the vision of him making the step up next season. The 15-year-old is highly rated at the Emirates Stadium and was included in the squad that traveled to Dubai for a mid-season training camp just last month. He has been a regular in first-team training throughout the current campaign. Premier League restrictions mean that the midfielder will be unable to make his league debut this season due to only turning 15 in December and having been registered for the U15s this season. However, he could be given a chance to show what he can do on the first-team stage next season, with the player being a year older and registered as an under-16. He will hope to follow the examples of both Ethan Nwaneri and Myles Lewis-Skelly, who have made the step up to the first team this season. Both have now established themselves as regulars in the starting 11, despite still being teenagers themselves. Due to his age, Dauman is unable to put pen to paper on a professional contract. He also has to wait until his 16th birthday to be able to sign a scholarship. Journalist David Ornstein has now outlined the plans that Arsenal and Mikel Arteta have in place for the young player. I guess it's down to Arsenal to do enough to convince him to sign, and obviously we might not know if they've succeeded in that until late 2025 or early 2026, he said in a recent Q&A for The Athletic. Given he has come through there and is an Arsenal fan, they appear to be in a strong position. But considering most big clubs would love to sign him, Arsenal will need to prove their pathway and plans are right for him. He, in turn, must continue to excel as well. There's been no suggestion that he'll get special dispensation to play for the first team this campaign, so unless that changes in these final months, the focus will be on continuing to integrate into the senior setup in pre-season and shining in 2025-26. The fact Arsenal took him Dubai recently indicates how highly Mikel Arteta thinks of Dauman, so let's see how the next weeks go. He has big games for England this week and next, and also show respect to the development of a precocious young talent for club and country. Dauman is currently away on international duty as he represents England and U17 level over the international break. He was named in the starting 11 for Wednesday's 2-0 win over Israel and will hope to get more time when the side take on Slovenia at St. George's Park on Saturday afternoon.